Creative success loves speed. That's the message that's at the heart of this episode. So if you could use a pep talk on taking action and engaging with the world and with your art with a sense of urgency, pick up the pace and make things happen a little bit faster than they normally would on their own, this is the episode for you. So continue listening because this is The Creative Entrepreneur, Season 2, Episode 15. Welcome to The Creative Entrepreneur. This is your host, Bob Baker. And on this one, I'm going to be reading a couple of little sections from the book, The Empowered Artist. And it's all about taking action and doing so with a little sense of excitement and, dare I say, with speed. Now, that's not to say that everything you do has to be fast-paced and all this stuff. Obviously, there's times with creativity where you need to let things percolate. I'm not saying run around like a crazy person all of the time. However, well, you'll see as I read these what I'm talking about. There's certain situations where a lot of people just don't take the action or they don't work with a sense of quickness and urgency and moving forward as much as they maybe could. Or dare I say, should. Let's just jump right into this. I'm going to be reading again these sections. I may elaborate as I go. But this first one is a section that's called Move Your Feet. And here we go. I have several friends and acquaintances who I refer to as Perpetual Planners. They love to strategize their impending creative careers. They endlessly read books, do research, attend workshops, create timelines, make lists, plot out scenarios, and brainstorm ideas. Some even produce entire business plans for what they hope to accomplish with their creativity. But guess what? All of their plans and preparations are missing one key ingredient: implementing the ideas they come up with. I'm sorry, but ideas alone do not empower you. Making lists alone will not help you make progress. Brainstorming alone will not get your art out into the world. I understand the appeal of being in planning mode. You do need to take some sort of action to read and research, to brainstorm, and to make lists. These activities make people feel like they are doing something, like they're being proactive. But when the momentum stops there, no real progress is actually made. The needle doesn't move. The world continues to be robbed of the gifts that you have to offer. There's an African proverb that says, when you pray, move your feet. At first glance, it seems like it's saying that you should dance or move while you pray. But what I think it really means is this: your desires, hopes, and dreams must be coupled with action for them to manifest into physical form. So in the context of the proverb, I think of all the planning that people do as prayers. They are wishes served up to the universe or to whatever you consider the Almighty to be. They represent your best intentions and aspirations. And they are vitally important to your growth as an artist, but they are merely a starting point. I met with one of my Perpetual Planner friends recently, and he said, "I'm ready to get serious with my artwork, but I feel stuck. I'd love to brainstorm some ideas with you." I stopped him, then very lovingly, of course, said, "You don't need another list, my friend. What's holding you back has nothing to do with needing a new plan or an idea. You have plenty of them. What you must do now is pick one and act on it until it's completed." And that's what I mean by move your feet. Get your grand visions and checklists out of your head and off of the paper. Move them into the real world. Breathe life into them. Create them, display them, promote them. Then take what you learned from the experience and do it all over again. or pick something else and see it through to completion. That's what empowered artists do, and that's what you should do too. Here's a call to action. Let's make this short and sweet. Look over the lists that you have created. I'm sure you've created some. Consider all of the plans you have pondered related to your artistic skills. Now, using your intelligence or your intuition or your best guess, pick one thing from these lists. I don't care what the thing is or how you choose it. I mean, heck, for all I care, you can just throw a dart at the list and see where it lands. The main thing is that you decide on a specific course of action. Really do this. So, have you decided? Now? Great. I'm assuming you did, but you're not done yet even if you did decide. Now take some small action on it. It doesn't matter what the action is. All that matters is that you do it. However, making another list is strictly off limits. No more lists. So send an email, make a phone call, drive to the gallery, get out your guitar or your keyboard, lay out a blank canvas, open up that file of the novel you started months ago. The size of the action isn't important. In fact, it's better if it's small. That way you can make sure it actually gets done. You can celebrate a small victory. So really, do this and do it now. And I don't mean like a metaphorical or a figurative now. I mean seriously, like right now. Just go ahead and do it now. I'll wait here until you get it done. Did you do it? Yes? I'm watching you. Okay, congratulations. If you got it done and you really did it, you just moved your feet. Okay, let's move on to the next section. This is called Crave Speed. So now that you've listened to the first segment there on Move Your Feet, you now understand the importance of taking action on your plans. So let's hit this topic from another angle that will be equally essential to your success in the arts. The best way to summarize this is to say, empowered artists love speed. People who thrive in creative fields are not only action-oriented, they are also constructively impatient. They are eager to share their music, their art, and their ideas sooner rather than later. I believe that artists who struggle tend to hesitate. They convince themselves that there are all sorts of reasons why they must wait before they step into their greatness. The time isn't right, the economy is bad, the information they require isn't available yet. All of these distractions and delays are cleverly disguised as sound reasons to keep you from taking action. Using fear and uncertainty as a backdrop, they lure you into a sense of relief and comfort, like a rest stop along the highway. They hypnotically whisper, "It's nice and comfortable here. We have complimentary excuses you can use to justify why you need to wait. Plus, you'll get free back rubs and foot massages. You can get back on the road later. We promise, later." I admit, it's appealing. But I emphatically ask you, why do you need to rest when you haven't even started the real journey yet? Would you pack up your car to go on vacation and then one block down the road pull over at a rest stop? Of course not. Stopping so soon would only ensure that you don't go anywhere. So make a commitment to go somewhere with your art, with your creativity. Fall in love with speed. Don't excessively ponder, don't overplan, don't delay. Start your creative journey today. Here's the call to action for this one. Okay, allow me to play devil's advocate for a moment. You literally can't do everything you want to do. You shouldn't act on every random thought that pops into your mind. That would make your life pretty chaotic. But you can and should be doing something. And the time to do that specific thing is, you guessed it, now. The trick is deciding what that thing is. For me, it all starts with the craft itself. As I've said before, empowered artists put a priority on honing their skills and spend liberal amounts of time doing the work of creation. So the best action you can take every day is to write, to paint, to sing, design, dance, etc. Beyond that, what is the most important and exciting next step? What holds the greatest potential for reaching new fans, or expanding your network, or generating income? What feels like it would be the most enjoyable and creatively satisfying? Decide what that next step is. Perhaps it's the action that you chose in the previous Move Your Feet section, or maybe it's something else. Whatever it is, pick it. Then, you guessed it, do something about it. If you have set a goal to write a book, the time to start writing it is now. If you decided to record a new music album, the time to start writing and recording it is now. If you have chosen the theme of your next visual art series, the time to start painting it is, you know the answer, now. With rare exceptions, the answer to the question when is always now. And there you have it, a reading from The Empowered Artist. That was from a section called The Launching Pad, Essential Elements for Kicking Your Art Activities into Overdrive. So like I said at the beginning, this is kind of a little pep talk for you. Maybe it's a kick in the pants or a kick in the rear or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you call it, I hope that it motivates you to take action, to choose a course of action, and to get busy doing and working on that thing sooner rather than later. Why wait? Get started, take action, immerse yourself in it. Because really, that's the only way that your art and your creativity is going to see the light of day, the way it's ever going to reach the people whose lives are going to be impacted by it. So I hope this did inspire you to move a little bit more confidently throughout the world as a creative person. So thanks for listening to this episode. I appreciate it. If you want to learn more about the Empowered Artist book, well, yes, you can find it on Amazon and also at a website at empartist.com. Just think of the first three letters of empowered, empartist.com, and that'll take you to a page that has links to find out more about the book and the mastermind group and a host of other things related to what I'm calling the artist empowerment movement. All right. Appreciate you listening again. So this is Bob Baker saying so long for just a little while.